Welcome to Salvation Ministry Africa. Today I'm gonna share briefly with you about my life in ministry, the way how I got to know God's will in my life, and as well want to share few thoughts about knowing God's will in your life. The story started when I was 17 years old, and I seem to continually wrestle with knowing God's will in my life. And in my youth, I wanted more than anything to follow and to know God and His plan in my life. My dad was Presbyterian, and my mom is a Catholic. Unfortunately, my dad's normal, but mom is still alive by God's grace. And on a weekly basis, we used to go to church. Sometimes mom didn't go, so I only went with dad. But that was just only accompanying the parents. Well, it was still kids. You have no choice. You have to go, and just attending church without knowing anything. And alternatively, it worked like that when I go to know the truth about God, um, His will in my life, and as well as the salvation, the message of salvation that I received through the Word of God. Then I started to preach the gospel, and I started to do it on the streets. When I was yeah, when I was 18 years old, I started that way, and I went to knock doors by door and ask people to if I could just share briefly with them or just discuss a little bit about the word of God with them, regardless of their faith or their religion. So it went well, and it's very difficult to deliver the message or to talk about God when it comes to social status, the race. But anyhow, I shared the gospel without shame. And then later on, when I grew up, I extended the ministry of salvation um, to be the chaplain ministry, and that was in back uh, in 3 years ago. No, 7 years ago, to be a chaplain ministry in Madagascar, where I started to enter the prison's door to minister to our friends, to our families, to our brothers and sisters at the prison. And that's where I started, acquired um, more experience in dealing with different congregations doctrine, sure, and teachings as well, to meet as well the need of the jealous, you know. So it's very tough. It's not that easy that you think of. It's You cannot imagine how they are living there and what's going on there. They suffer, friends, as much as you think of. Um, and seeing the crowds, the jailers getting locked up in an isolated place without freedom, but yet um, I was shocked to see their willingness to know more about God. And for them, vigil, we call it as chaplain, we call the place of vigil for them as place of restoration instead of place of condemnation. For those who don't know God, who don't even care about His existence, that's a place of condemnation for them. But we came there, we went there to share, to let them know about God. And when they got to know about God's will in their life, then the place that was a hell before, for them, that was a place of condemnation for them before, it became a place of restoration now for them. What about those who don't have freedom? I'm talking about us friends. For those, I'm talking about our friends who got jailed. They don't have freedom. They desperately looking forward to know God's plan in real life. That's a place for them where they started to get to know about God. What about us who are free, who have freedom? We are outside the jail's area, the jail's region, the jail's compound. We are free and we don't even uh, care about the message of salvation from God. I'm telling you today, don't wait to get jailed and then you seek for God. Seek God now while He's near. Seek for Him before you get trouble by life. Since then, I'm talking about my story right now. After all of this story of jails and the ministry at the prison, I decided to get to know more about God's plan in my life. That's why I went out to share the gospel of salvation to the neighbors, to those who are willing to receive the message, because we cannot ask people in a way that they don't even want to listen to you. So now is the time. Time is not ours. Time is God's. So ask from Him now about yours, because you are free now, friends. You are free. Even those who are in prison, they are not free. They don't have, but they are not free, but they are seeking God day and night. They spend their time to study the words of God day and night. They are so excited about the deliverance from God. Soon or later they will get delivered. They will get released from the prison. They are so excited about that soon second coming of Jesus. Have you already ever heard about second coming of Jesus Christ among the clouds? Despite the circumstances of his jealous, they were keen. While I was ministering to them, they were keen to wait to see Jesus in His glory when He comes back again for the second time to take us home and to leave this sinful planet destroyed by fire. What about you today now as you listen to me? As a free people, you have everything, my friend. You have everything. You have car, you have house, you have food, you have clothes, you have children, you have money, you are healthy. What would stop you now to look for Jesus? What makes you waiting to come to Him? Look for Jesus. Find Him now. This is time. Find Him, and your life will change forever. That's a promise, friends. That's a promise. But interestingly, friends, I'm a friend speaking, so I'm struggling a bit with the pronunciation of the words in English. But well, God is with us, so we can do everything. Everything is possible with God. So interestingly, even though I still wrestle with doing His will in my life. It's not that easy at all, but we are doing it on a daily basis. In a nutshell, friends, I have learned that this is not just something that a young person does early in life, because I started to know about God at the age of 17, according to my previous testimony. Actually, it's not that something that happened like that. It's a lifelong process, friend. It's a lifelong process to stay in the exact center of His plan. So how can you then know God's plan in your lives? How? Today, been in the ministry over than 7 years now, and I have discovered 8 vital keys to knowing God's will in my life, and I want to share that with you. But today, because of time, because time is not ours, so I rather decide to only deliver one of the key among the 8 because of time. One of the key among the 8 because of time. So friends, get ready to listen. The first key that I'm gonna give you now is walking with God. If you are a beginner and you are interested in knowing God's plan in your life, then you must learn to walk with God. Try to read the story of Elijah, who walked with God for 300 years, non-stop, 300 years. Just give a thought about his story, friends, when you have time. I was just trying to picture in my mind in our daily lives, we were not even able to walk with God. Even for a day, we still even committed sin. We failed. But as for him, 300 years. So, friends, try to develop a relationship with God. Christianity, is not all about relationship rather than just religion. It's all about relationship rather than just a religion. So cultivate your relationship with Jesus. Seek to know him, not only about him, but him. And for you to do that, to cultivate that relationship, you best spending time in his word, taking time for prayer, taking every opportunity that you can to be involved in church and small group study opportunities, and when you seek this discipling in your life, surely God will begin the first steps to revealing his plan to you. I am so happy to have been able to share with you that short testimony, and also that first key of knowing God's people, of knowing God's will in your life. So may God bless you, friend, as you ponder upon the ministry that you have just heard today. Thank you.